Hold up a sec. There we go. You know what? Nah, we're gonna get these two up for today. These are gonna be who you're looking at. We're changing it up tonight. Here you go. Chimi and Newat. These bitches ain't had time to shine in a little bit. Oh, come on. I want very mulled out ambience here. That's good. Just a little bit of something in the background. I'm on my nocturnal sleep schedule now, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it is what it is. Ugh. I didn't roll out of bed until like about an hour and a half ago, so I was eating some dinner, and then I noticed that the Potterheads were watching a fucking marathon. So I was like, hey, do you guys even want to stream tonight, or are you guys just going to be watching Harry Potter? And if I take a look at the Discord right now, and I take a look at the results of that poll, it is 10:15. So there were certainly a lot of Potterheads tonight. But stream won out. It's like, what, a 3 out of 5 votes, essentially? Yeah. So you guys got your stream. Right now, I just got it set for one chapter tonight because, I mean, these are still long as fuck chapters, all things considered. Not as long as the previous chapter, if I look at the fucking scroll bar, but still long. So I'm going to see how long that runs for and kind of feel out if I want to do another chapter or not. Now, for those of you who are None in the Chamber heads, you do have the benefit of the fact that we are basically caught up, barring one chapter, on Punchdrunk. So it's likely we'll also be reading Whatchamacallit. It's likely we'll be reading more than the chapter next week too. I kind of got to figure out if I want to do like a quick stream for doing the Punch Drunk one, just so that we're fully caught up. I guess it kind of depends on when Jake thinks the next chapter might be out, because if it's going to be soonish, I might just go and say, fuck it, we'll wait until both chapters are out. If it's going to be a little bit, maybe I'll just fucking knock it out of the way. I don't know. I kind of, essentially it's coming down to, do I want to wait for the the 26th chapter and do 25, 26 in one stream, or just keep them in separate streams whenever they come out. We'll see. We'll see. He goofy his sleep schedule. True. Sleep schedule do be goofy out here, dog. But I mean, shit, those of you who have been around long enough know that that's just how it go with me. I'll have like a bout for like a month or two where my sleep schedule will be like normal, and I'll be tired at like 10 p.m. and I'll wake up at like fucking 8 a.m. And that's just how it'll be. And then after some time, like an event will happen, or like it'll just naturally drift towards, oh, I'm going to sleep at like noon and waking up at 8 p.m. again. So that's just how it is, dog. Fuck you, we're watching None in the Chamber. Well, yeah, I can see some of you here. What up? Just fed my pet snake a rat. Yummers. Not much on my end. We're just sitting here getting ready to do a little bit of None in the Chamber. My mom had come up this week because she was taking my brother to a couple places, and they bought me some Wendy's, but I was fucking zonked the fuck out, so when I woke up, I just went in there, reheated the burger, and ate it for dinner. Certified boy dinner. Reheated fast food. Eating good this week. I've got a couple of games that I want to take a look at this week. Because I'm a hack with no original thought, there was this one game that came out. Don't really remember the name of it off the top of my head. I think I added it to my wish list though. Give me a sec. We've been down. No. Oh wait. Oh fuck. Forever Winter's tomorrow? Ooh, shit. I didn't realize that. Fuck. Okay. Well, you guys might get like a small stream tomorrow of me playing Forever Winter because I wanted to play that game. Inko fucking noted, dog. I'm glad I looked because I forgot about that shit. Let's see here. As you can see, I'm still kind of like fucking shaking off the rust. Don't automatically play something, please. Thank you. Alright. Where was the game? Lauren's Lure. That's the game that I was thinking of. Yeah, so I kind of want to play that during the week sometime. That might be like on Wednesday. It looked neat. It looked like it could be a fun stream for me to just play and like have a time with chat. Maybe have somebody else hop on as well and just fucking shoot the shit. So that's one game. Then there was, I don't know, I kind of want to play like a fucking indie horror game or something on Thursday. If I stream Thursday. I know we've got October coming up. I really do need to start lining up games for that. Of course, Soma's on the list for playing during that. But I need to get some more stuff for it. Boy man meal. Hey Will. EP streamer. Yeah. Hey Pints. If I start on 26, I could probably have it done pretty quick, to be honest. Hey man, don't let me put you on the fucking precipice there. I'm not gonna be cracking my whip on you. You take it at whatever rate you want to take it. I just have to think in terms of like for a stream, am I just gonna do one chapter? Because the Punch Drunk chapters aren't as long, you know. So I've got that going for me. Better than sleeping at 6 and waking at 3. I mean, honestly, the only time that you have what I would say is a bad sleep schedule is when you can't keep to your obligations. That's it. As long as you're getting decent sleep, I'm gonna be real. Doesn't really matter if you're passing out in the middle of the day and waking up at the night. That's just how your body has decided it wants to be. I know like the whole like circadian rhythm thing and whatnot, but honestly, just go to sleep when you're tired and wake up when you're not. It's, you know, everybody's body's different. We work in the age of fucking machines, dog. It's not like back in the day when you were on Pappy's farm and it's like, okay, well the light's on now, so that means that the fucking sun's out, you know? Like you have your own artificial lighting at all times should you choose to do so. So, I don't know. Sometimes I even do like a little bit of a biphasal thing where like I'll sleep for 4 hours, wake up for a couple hours, then go back to sleep for 4 more hours. And that works for me. Finally caught up on the VODs to listen to this live. Woo. Hell yeah, Ken. Hell yeah. You need sleep when you have dynasty. I don't have that, unfortunately. You, sir, are maidenless. Hack fraud life for us. Made emotional artwork. I'm saving everything from. Put a little work in progress in the Sys channel. The Sys channel? What the fuck? Which channel was that? My brain don't work. I don't know what channel that would be. For everyone, I've been keeping my eye on that. Yeah, I remember seeing like a video on it like a month or so back, and I was like, oh, that game looks really cool. I know the game's going to be early access right now, so it's not going to be feature complete or by any means, but it's something I want to take a look at the very least. Because I think it will, like the concept itself is interesting to me. I like kind of like extraction shooter type deals. I also like games where you actually have to take things a bit seriously and like strategize. I mean, there's enough power fantasy games out there. Let me live the power deficit. You know what I mean? Let me go get my fucking ass destroyed because I decided that I thought I was a big man for once. Yeah, I'll probably end up playing it on stream. Maybe I'll even see about getting like Lanny and or Jakey on. See if they want to play. I wonder if I can message them and be like, hey, I'm like a small streamer and I'd like to play this on stream with some buds. Do you think you could give me a couple keys? Replayed Fancy Pants for the first time in years. Shit still bangs. I never played that. I'm aware of it, but I never played it. Think that'd be good for a stream. Hello chat, Mr. Streamer. Hey Sierra. When will we get oiled up Fang cosplay twerking stream? Whenever I'm going to jump into the vat of oil afterwards and fry myself. Spoopy month? Yeah. We're gonna the super best friends aren't here, so I'll do the shitstorm of spookiness myself. The only thing with that is I just need I don't know, maybe I'll open up a, well, I don't need to really open up a channel. I would say if you've got games that you would want to specifically recommend for the spooky month, throw them in the game recommendations. I know, like, look, I get it. When it comes to the game recommendations and everything, I haven't been, like, doing most of them that are there. But I do look at them and I do catalog them to kind of figure out what maybe I could do, right? It's just one of those things where, fuck me, it is hard to get around everything. Not to mention, since this isn't my job, I can't be like casually just dropping money like for every stream, you know what I mean? Sometimes I gotta kind of like pick and choose, so. Return of Shitstorm of Scariness, let's fucking go. Yeah, man. Oh, that shit was good. Do I start the month out with like the fucking Call of Cthulhu? do I just fucking open with it, just unashamedly? Forgot about these abominations. I didn't. They are my children. Smile. They are my bastardized children that came from Roach's children, you see. Do it? I might. Undertale Yellow stream soon. I want to play Yellow on stream. The thing with that though is I know people have played it, so that's gonna be a stream where I tell everybody to shut the fuck up, and if they spoil, I'm gonna execute them personally. Because I still don't really know what happens in Yellow, and I would like to play that blind. But I would definitely be down to play it on stream. Can I suck on the right apple and jiggle the left? Yeah, sure, dude. Fucking have at it. Outlast Trials with the boys. Is there enough of the boys that have Outlast Trials right now? Because I'd be down to do it. I played Outlast Trials back in the day. And I haven't played with the new, like, Bambino bitch or whatever the fuck his name is. Not to toot my own horn, but I was pretty good at that game. I'm down for Outlast? Okay. There's one. If it's not None in the Chamber, I will not forgive you. What, tonight? Tonight's None in the Chamber, don't worry. Set for this stream, got a 23-ounce cup of Pepsi, the best cola drink. I'll fight you for it, and 50 Dino Nuggets with ranch. Well, Coca-Cola's better, but you know. I'm not gonna start a fucking war over it. Fear? Fear could be good, yeah. So, okay, I know Fear has, like, horror elements to it, and, like, people say that, like, Trepang is kind of like a modern type of Fear. Is that just in the sense of gameplay, or is that in the sense of theme as well? Fucking loved that game back when it came up, but also never played any of the newer updates. Okay, Vise, yo, dap me up. We'll fucking do some, we'll do some trials together. And Iron, if you've got it too, you can come in. As someone who works night shifts, my sleep schedule's all over the place, especially with days off and holidays. Yeah, I wish that people... I wish that people could just set their own schedules more often. It would be nice. Nico fucking noted. Boys have been cooking this week's bounty? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I click in on that stuff and just take a peek at the art whenever I see a new one posted. And it's good as fuck, dog. I'm happy that people are interacting with it. And I mean, like, I started to see people that I hadn't really seen post elsewhere in the Discord post for these, which is really cool. I'm down with that shit, dog. Damn, you were fucking huffing those nuggets. Forever Winter, is that the PvE extraction during an active war? Yeah, that's the one. Oh, it says share your stories. Put a little work in progress on the Darkest Snoot fic. Ooh. I haven't really perused through like a lot of the writing channels myself, if I'm quite honest. Just because, like, you know, there's only so much I can look through in the day. And so I try to keep up with the art because I can actually just like at a glance see it and be like, yippee! Plus I let y'all cook in there and shit, you know what I mean? If you will dip on None in the Chamber today, I will land you 20 Czechoslovakian dollar reduced. Don't worry, Lassiter, you're getting your 24, you're getting your chapter 24 today. You'll be okay. Pull out the femboy voice and that would help you. Trust. No. I don't know what that game is, but I'm always down to clown. Okay. Okay. Here, let me just ping Lanny and see if he'd want to do Forever Winter tomorrow. Hey. Would you want to do... Just remembered Forever Winter comes out tomorrow. You got an interest in running that some? Okay. Someone say spooky month? Yeah. I mean, how many days till Spooky Month? It's like a week. Yeah, just a little over a week. A week and a day. Read the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx. What, and get executed live on stream by the Patriots? I think I'm good. Maybe you could play Little Nightmare 1 or 2 for Spooky Month? Yeah, maybe. I've seen gameplay of those games, but it's been long enough that I don't really remember everything from it. One thing to keep in mind is that I don't really get scared by games too much. The most is I'll like jump a little bit, but like that's all you're getting. I guess I could do maybe like some Five Nights at Freddy's VR. That wouldn't be too bad. That could be fun. I need to get my VR setup working though with the dual chats, since I still haven't gotten that quite working yet. Is there more updates on Snoot Game and Wani mods? Shrugs. I will say one thing that I do know is that let's see. Hold up a sec. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Apparently in Snoot Club, they've got, they're running the next Snoot Mod Jam, which is... Hold up a sec. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, it's time yet again for everyone's favorite Snoot Club event, the Snoot Jam. The jam is themed for Halloween, so you get bonus points for scaring me, but negative points for loud jump scares. They're cheap and have little narrative value. So, they've got a Halloween mod jam going. So during the month of the Halloweenies, I will be doing that at the very least. So that ought to be fun. Other than that, I mean, just keep your ear to the ground if you want to look for mods. I'm not the beacon to know because, like, I love Snoot Game and Wani, but you know, I haven't really done too much content from them other than the readings as of recent. I want to organize another mod night. I just need to kind of figure out which ones I would want to do and when I'd want to do them. Took Jake's advice, now playing original Dead Rising is exactly how I remember. Yeah, I mean, like, having played it and looking at, like, other people playing the original, it's like, yeah, no, these are the same game. It's just updated for modern audiences. That's it. There's only a couple things that, like, really are better, I would say, and that's, like, the AI seems to be better in the remake. But, like, I don't know. I don't really... Unless you're going with, like, a Resi 2 remake where it's, like, you were going from tank controls and, like, pixel graphics to, like, completely update. It's not, like, that much of a jump, right? Like, in visual fidelity, from what I've seen. It's nice, but I don't think it's worth the extra money. So, yeah. Red Dead Undead Nightmare. Man, we were so cheated that we never got a Red Dead 2 Undead Nightmare. That shit would have been great. Fuck you, Pepsi tastes like a actual soda. They all taste like actual sodas. What do you mean? What do you mean? Got you for Outlast Trials, dog. Alright. Yeah, so we got Iron, we got Vice on deck. And that's 4 people that can run that shit. So we can get one more on that. Should be good. As always, I can just throw in my little Jake or Lanny for that. Depending if either of them have it. I think Lanny playing Outlast Trials would be fucking hilarious since he's a little baby man and he would get scared shitless by it. It would be very entertaining. I promise my writing prompt is free from any Lightning McQueens this time. If you ride Lightning McQueen in at the last moment, where it's like a fucking hyper-realistic picture of Lightning McQueen on the film, I'm gonna scream. Down to my last 12 nuggies. Please start before I run out. You're gonna run out, dog. We ain't even half an hour in. If you're gonna play Fear, I recommend the GOG version. Okay. Is there a specific reason for using the GOG version specific? Like, is it like on a different version or something? Undead Nightmares Memories. Dude, just fucking Red Dead 1 in general. I have like very fond memories of being like a fat Mexican riding a fucking donkey and just being a little idiot. Or riding a carriage off of a hill with my buddies and screaming as we flew down. That shit was fun as fuck. Or getting your bounty up and going to... What is it? Going to the fort and just using like the fucking chain guns and cannons and shit to kill all the pursuing law enforcement. That shit was fun as fuck. Alan Wake for Spoopy Month. Alan Wake could be a good one. That's a long one though, so that would probably be like a one-off type deal. I think that's one of the things I'd have to keep in mind. In a similar vein to the shitstorm of scariness, it needs to be like one-offs for the streams. You know, I can't like just hammer away at them. Hi everyone. Hey Nostalgia. Read Elliot Rogers' manifesto. What did he do? Dinner's been prepared. I am back at the battle station fully now. What kind of dinner you got? Some nice butter garlic pasta with beans. Yeah, nice. Give up for a 143 hour long Snoot Jam stream. That would fucking hell. I don't think I'd have a voice by the end of that. 3 bags of Dino Nuggies and a gallon worth of Pepsi. Dog. You are gonna kill yourself. Got some recommendations for some mods? Okie dokie. Ace could run Outlast Trials too. Definitely seems like there's enough people to run it, so that's good. Was Elliot Rogers the LUTY guy or someone else? Me no know. I was thinking if Spider-Verse canon events exist in the Snootverse, I sense a very ill wind blowing towards Ripley. You should play the original Slenderman. Oh man, if I could find like the original Slender game and like some of those like fucking Slender but on other maps, that shit would be funny for like a stream. But like how many of those are packed with fucking viruses at this point, you know what I mean? Has Laney ever played in Amnesia? I don't think so. So he played Alien Isolation in the Discord, and that was a fun time. We were trying to figure out what he should play next, and I think one of the ones I wanted to see him play next was going to be Bunker, because Amnesia Bunker was really fucking good. I'd be playing at TCG Card Shop Sim while I listen to this. How is that, by the way? I've only seen like one person play it. I don't really play games like Outlast, but if you want to drag me kicking and screaming into it, I won't deny. You can throw bricks at people, Jake. In Trials. You can pick up a brick and say, brick! And then hit a fucking dude and they'll go, ah! Ah! And then be really mad. I had a nice bowl of menudo, so my tummy is full right now. Full tummy for stream is always good. Minecraft movie is the pinnacle example of why hyper-realistic adaptation of a game does not equal good. Correct. I mean, another example of that is how they did the fucking Sonic stuff initially before they changed it, and it was like, you need to add more stylization to this because this looks like dog water. Or let's see. Yeah, I mean, just not much to say about the Minecraft movie, honestly. It's gonna suck, but I'm still gonna watch it via funny means because I want to know how bad it is. Where's my baby girl and or man Arthur? I wish Arthur would share his jelly beans with me. Price and fixes built in. Okay. Gotcha. Sucker for Love 1 and 2 for Spooky Month. You won't regret it. I guess that kind of fits the bill. We can have like a little bit of an intermission between getting scared to get aroused. You can always start the spooky streams as new fiction, Mrs. Streamer. Squints. Cinderblock. Call me Brickman. Call me Bricked Up. I don't think I want to call you Bricked Up, Jake. I don't think I'll do that. Strong arming Lanny to play Amnesia, The Dark Descent, and streaming while Lanny is also playing it. Like your Ban sessions would be fun. I don't know. I mean, I get it. Like, the only thing about fucking The Dark Descent is it takes so long to get, like, rolling. Like, if he wanted to play it on his own in the Discord for multiple sessions, that's fine. I think if I was going to opt for something like that, it would be Bunker-esque. And I would probably try to do something where I have his camera at the top right and mine at the bottom. Kind of like I was trying to do with during the chef stream before everything crashed itself. I mean, it's not a horror game per se, but if you want perpetual fear, confusion, and stress, Rain World. Which one is Rain World? This one. Okay, yeah, I do have that. Play Funger on stream? I already played Funger! Even if you've already played it, it's got that replayability, not issue. Okay, wait, am I doing 1 or 2? Because that's important. It's alright, I played the prologue, which is like a demo, so the start is easy. They've recently released the full one for early access. Okay. .tcg. Load my air fryer full of nuggets and should be okay for the next 2 to 3 hours. Dog. They locked Fang in a room, a rubber room with Anon, and Anon drives her crazy. Crazy? Fang was crazy once. If you don't want fear or confusion, but just want stress, Pathologic. Yeah, that's another game that I know has some stuff going on there. Maybe a stream of that wouldn't be too terrible. I think the Super Restaurants did that on the Shitstorm as well. Been trying to get him to play Snoop Fiction for months. That you have, Art, of that you have. Crow Country is a fun spooky game that's recently relevant, or relatively recent. Yeah, I remember seeing some people playing that. I didn't look into it too much though. Can jot that one down. Fun fact, the meat in menudo is cow stomach and cow hooves. Well, you know, you gotta use as much as you can, right? It's good to not be wasteful. Make Lanny play Amnesia mods instead, clearly. Oh my god. We spin a wheel and it's got like genuinely well-made spooky mods and then the shitpost mods as well, but we don't tell them which is which. We just say load this one up. Sure, that wouldn't be too terrible for the viewers. True. But you guys like to watch me suffer, so you know what, it works out. Rain World is a stressful platformer. I'm good at those. Sewer Rat Sim. Both, duh. Try to get like best ending of both in one playthrough. Replace like Commissioner Gordon. I would personally love to see Little Gator Olivia and E4 Olivia join forces. They could literally create the living painting from Harry Potter. Do you think E4 Olivia would be very like gentle with little Gator Olivia and like try to help her actually get her art going. Darkwood played that. Funny Furry Man made a video about it recently. Funny Furry Man? Which one's that? I played Darkwood. I beat it on stream. Good game. If you haven't played it, I definitely would recommend it. But, I don't know. Maybe I could do something like a funny challenge thing for that for a stream. Evening, everyone. Hey, Gramps. Hey, Iggy. Pathologic, but the first one, not remake. Okay. Pathologic is primarily a hobo walking sim with a side of survival horror. Sounds right up my alley. Pathologic is great, but really hard at times. I've had a friend who's played both of the games, and he's told me that it is ball busting at times. Darkwood, no bear trap challenge. Do I need to pull up the clip of me stepping in a bear trap and making like a very guttural noise? Do I need to do that again? To be honest, I don't think I really did use bear traps. Oh, you mean don't step in them? That's why I said it? Well, there you go. Very good advice, very good. I'll give you a gold star for the callback. You can redeem this at the Humo store for 200 wacky bucks. Left 4 Dead with a bunch of meme mods. What was that one like meme mod, or the meme map or whatever, Glubtastic or whatever? I could do more of those. That's not really scary though. That's just gonna be fucking brain rot. Pathologic 2 gets the ball rolling faster. And you don't need to play 1 to get the gist of the story. 20 wacky bucks. I'm almost dead now. Haha! Did you account for the interest? Bloodborne might be a fun, spoopy, streamy game, too, if you haven't yet. Look, I would love to play Bloodborne on stream. However, that would be a lot of work. I don't think Humo wants to play Left 4 Dead 2 anytime soon. Or Left 4 Dead anytime soon. I'll play Left 4 Dead, I'm just not gonna play fucking Versus. I don't know if, about it, but I've heard Lisa the Painful is good. Lisa's good. I would want to play Lisa in its entirety, though, I think. Came back and heard your response to my question. Let's set up an appointment. They're in the kitchen. Just, you can go play with the apples in there. Is reading not happening, or is this plans for future streams with Spooky Month coming up upon us? Reading's gonna happen. We're just in the yap portion right now, so we're just talking about the future. Just thinking of Pumpkin Jack. It's a platformer game, but yeah. I can take a look at it and see. Ace doesn't have lawyers. Yay! Well, I was talking about Pyro. Okay. See, I don't watch Pyro Cyclical. I've been added to my server. For what purpose? Where is this? Ah, it was the announcement board. Okay. There's an ad in the devlog server. What is this? Ah, I see. New stick ore. Very cool. Good pyrocyclical. You know, before stream, I was just watching Incen play fucking Dead Rising's Sprinter Zombies. And, like, honestly, that looks like it would be pretty fun to do. Which I could do, because, I mean, the fucking game is, what, $10? Pretty piss easy to just pick that shit up and let it ride. Ace is an attorney. Funny furry man, you have the slightest idea how that narrows it down. How little that narrows it down. That's what I was saying, man. Oh god, you don't know I was joking. Play the remake. Are you talking about for Pathologic? Dude, I will fucking suffer through whatever. Content is content, baby. I died in the Darkwood hardcore mode twice because I didn't know how to kill the big pig. In my Darkwood playthrough, I only died once, if I remember correctly. And I was playing on the mode with the lives. I can't remember how I got fucking clapped. I think it was one of those things where it was like I encountered an enemy for the first time and I just didn't know how to quite work around it. I'll tell you what though, for those of you, you know, I might pull it up. The fight I had with the wolf was a ass clencher. I almost got my shit rocked during that. Time to start a war, pancakes or waffles. Both are good. Depends on the day, but I think I'd usually opt for waffles over pancakes. Wasn't the original Pathologic translation so horrible they didn't add the changeling? Just dawned on me, Bloodborne is on PC. I'm silly, carry on. Why must you hurt me like this, Ken? Why must you open these wounds? For Spooky Month, you should get drunk and read shit creepypastas. I'm down to do like creepypasta readings, drunk or not. Streamoy, if you want to play another VN, you could always do Doki Doki mods. Exit music. How many Doki Doki mods are there? If wanting to Snoot cosplay the characters in Invincible. That's a sentence. That's not a question. Creepypastas be fun? Yeah, we could do like the classics. What would a mirror version of Olivia be like? A mirror version. In Sound Mind is a decent horror game. I don't think I've heard that one. I might have seen it, but I don't think I've heard of it. The name's not ringing any bells is what I'm getting at there. I remember clocking into a Pyro TF2 stream, and when he opened it up, the Pyro class had a big ass, and he immediately all F4 out of the game. I think everybody knows that about Pyro at this point. Why not get PTSD and play Hell Let Loose? Watch my friends die. Yippee! Say the Princess is also a really good suggestion for Spooky Month. The art in that game can genuinely disturbing at times. I've been meaning to play it, so if that would kind of fit the theme of Spooky Month, yeah, I'll play it during Spooky Month. Pathologic 1 and 2 would be interesting streams just because of how the playthroughs go out. I believe in the first one, depending on which character you start with, it can be a psych test, honestly. Okay. Those games are long, though, so I don't know if I would finish them all on stream, is the only issue. I'm sorry. It's okay, Ken. I think about what they will never give us, and it makes me sad. Which, funny enough, that's the OST we're on right now. Sad. As the creepypasta guy, you gotta get me on for the shit creepypasta readings. Fuck yeah, brother. You're telling me somebody else can read at the same time and I don't have to do the whole stream by myself? Fuck yeah. There's like hundreds, I think, but Exit Mod is one of the better ones. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Can't exactly recommend Pathologic Remake just because a playthrough of it would be 30-ish hours for one character. Ugh. Yeah, that would be like a one-off type deal then. Avilo. Adversary is the best princess hands down. How about Scorn? It is deeply unsettling. I think Scorn has nudity. Scorn has a lot of stuff. If he plays Scorn, he will not be able to take it seriously because I'll strong arm my way in and do the Germa Scorn bit the whole time. That'll be great. Look, here's the thing. Scary games can still be funny. I will still advocate for Bigfoot. How many people have Bigfoot? Bigfoot. Because I've got Bigfoot. Who are these two? Yeah, Chat Mimi and Chat Newa. Lovingly known as Chimi and Nawat. From Hold On To Me. They have been chatified, you see. Apothecary Princess, though. Gotta lock in on something. Have a good reading, everyone. Alright, Cars, take care. Also, all you have are shitty green apples. Get good, bro. You mean the right apples, the green apples. Those are the good ones. Sorry. You're wrong. Bigfoot isn't that the one stupid ass game? Yeah, that one's fun though. Mrs. Sim has Bigfoot, which means she has big heart cock. Oh, okay. Perfect horror game. Check out Witch Hunt. Why have I heard of that? Witch Hunt. Okay, it's this game. All right. Yeah, I could do this one. This one wouldn't be too bad. You gotta play the skeleton on stream one day. The skeleton? Oh my... I don't want to play the skeleton. That game sucks so bad, man. Looked up a video of Dead Rising Sprinter mod, and good god, it looks horrible to go through. It would be funny, though. For a stream, at least. More like the bad apples. Go do your work, Cars. Say the Princess might be a good one. Yeah. That one seems to be getting recommended, so we'll probably do that one during Spoopy month. Didn't only play that. Which one? Not a horror game, but it's funny as fuck. It's called There Is No Game. You can milk it for a couple streams. Oh yeah. I do remember when that was making its rounds. Atmosphere and Witch Hunt is amazing. Yeah, I've seen gameplay of that. I think it could be a nice one. Slay the Princess would be good, but I think he's already played it. Nope, I have not played Slay the Princess, actually. Nor have I looked too deep into it. Because I wanted to play it on stream at some point, relatively blind. Bro, just transport yourself into the Darkest Dungeon universe for Spoopy month. I could do like a chat Darkest Dungeon for like a stream. That could be funny. Idea, community Halloween stream. We get a bunch of Nextbots in a Gmod server. Gmod Nextbot funny. That's not scary. I mean, like they'll probably retoggle like the Halloween stuff for the SCP Secret Lab, so I mean that's a pretty easy one to do. I think Slay the Spire, no. Why did I say Slay the Spire? Slay the Princess Pristine Cut is coming sometime in November. What all is that gonna add? Another good game made by the same team as Slay the Princess would be Scarlet Hollow. Scarlet Hollow. Oh yeah, this is definitely stylized similarly. I don't think I've seen anything about this. Huh. Okay. Duly noted. What about Faith? It's literally about exercising demons. I think Faith, yeah. I could probably do Faith during that. More silly than scary, but still. Mm-hmm. If you're doing Darkest Dungeon, I want to be Centurion. Centurion? Is that a modded class? Because I don't think Centurion's one that's in base, unless I'm fucking tripping. IGP playing Witch Hunt. I watched Tomato play Witch Hunt. So the Princess's best experience blind. Mm-hmm. As is like most visual novel type deals. Sense is not based. Got it. I didn't think it was. Darkest Dungeon, but with all the anime nudie mods. Yeah, the big titty, like, fucking vampire mommy one with the sword. Since you're going up on Halloween content now. Yep, sounds like it. I know this one game called Serum. It's a little buggy, but it's good. Has some scares, and you can do drugs and kick the shit out of some pig monsters. Alright. Oh, what is that old game? Oh, fuck. Obscure? That could be funny for a fucking stream with somebody. Do the co-op in that. Essentially, there are routes in STP that are slightly underbaked and last about only less than 2 to 3 minutes, so the pristine cut is there to add some content to those routes. Okay, gotcha. Obscure is fun. Janky but fun. I played Obscure 2, The Aftermath, on the Wii with my brother. I never played the first one, so I had no idea what was going on, but that shit was just goofy. TF2's Halloween content's always fun, just as long as there's no questionable players. Oh yeah, like the Klansman who invaded my stream. And I'll be playing the shit out of it during Scream Fortress time. Voice of the Void stream with Jake would be funny as fuck. I might be able to do like a Voice of the Void stream at some point. I'd probably just be continuing on my current save though. I don't know if I'd want to like start over. On the Wii, you poor soul. Shut up, the Wii was cool! I think it's called the Legion. Checked, it's called the Legion from mod. Okay. Scarlet Hollow is my favorite unfinished VN. You think it would be better to leave that till it's finished? Or is there enough there to really justify playing it still? Anthology of the Killer. Like what? I'm playing or Humo's playing? Or I'm just screaming at Humo while he plays Void? You could scream at me. And then I'll do something stupid and make you scream more. It'll be really hilarious. Scream at him for berating your facility and its neatness. Dog, his base was ghetto as hell. It had trash everywhere. It's better now. Well, barring the blood room. There's an Alien vs Predator game on Xbox and Steam. I'm only talking about it so I don't have to wait 30 minutes to queue for a match of 3 people. That game was good. I like the one where you would do like the fucking, what is it? The Marines versus the aliens, and you would go on that one map with the shifting corridors. That shit was fun. First of all, I cleaned the blood, so bite me. Second of all, I got to pressure wash it, and the whole base is clean. Yeah, well, you waited for the pressure washer instead of actually getting down on your fucking hands and knees with a fucking sponge and doing your goddamn work. So, cringe. Scarlet Hollow is about 5-ish hours long, cut up into chapters. I say. Dread X collection. That is what makes you a peasant and me the cool guy. Scrub my concrete worm. Deconstructs your robot and laughs at you. Ace is more hung up on the fact that he's more upset about your virtual game than how you may live IRL. I added on to that saying that nobody's fucking house is as dirty as the goddamn base in Voices of the Void. Alright? There's no, unless you're like a fucking hoarder status, you do not have that much trash lying around. Like, if your room's a little dirty, fuck it, whatever, dude. I'm not your dad. Plus, if you fucking, like, don't show me your room if it's dirty. I don't want to, like, have to look at it. But it's a game, dog. That's the point. The point is not to be dirty. Voices of the Void, you should be cleaning up after yourself, you little freak. What else are you doing? Listening to goddamn static on the radio? First chapter, Scarlet Hollow is the shortest one. I do recommend the demo if that's still up. My room is a Nurgle shrine. Alright, well, that implies that at the very least it has a purpose. The point is you're getting to chicanery. The point is bundles you up, throws you through a hoop. 10 points! There's the most milk theme for Spoopy Month. Phasmophobia. Man, I could do a Phasmo stream, but like, I don't know, dog. That game has lost all horror to me. It'd be funny to watch Lanny scream in VR, but that's about it. Hey, leave that little guy alone. No. Bundles you up and throws you through the hoop as well. Listening to Caramel dancing and tweaking out on 8 cups of coffee while the arrivals stare into your window from flabbergasted. I've just been thinking about the fucking... since we talked about Darkwood, I'm thinking about the fucking boss fight with the wolf right now. During my playthrough. That's just living rent-free right now. You are the size of a Christmas ham, Humo. I will fold you in half like a lawn chair. Well, what size am I? A lawn chair or a ham? Dead Space 3 co-op. Yeah, we can do that. We could be friends and walk over to like a body and go together. That could be fun. Yeah, look at that. We've got Halloween all loaded up now. I have to install Origin. Yeah. Dark deals truly. Dark deals truly. Alright, we've almost been in an hour, yap. I think it's probably time that we kick over towards our Nun in the Chamber, don't you guys think? We'll go ahead and read as the chapter, or not the chapter, as the fucking stream title shows. We will be reading 1 chapter tonight. Maybe 2 if I really feel like it, but I'm only committing to 1 right now. And like I said, don't worry about it only being 1. Next week you'll get more than likely, so you'll be fine. You just gotta tweak out for a little bit. It'll be good, dog. That's funny, I just realized you're reading 24 of Nun in the Chamber and you just finished 24 on PDG. What a coinky dink. Yeah. Took longer to get here, though, than it did on Punch Drunk, I'll tell you what. Oi. Alright. Let me just... rub my face for a second here. Ah! Alright. Burn asunder. Are you trying to hurt me? Okay, let me go ahead and get the fucking screen up here. Bum bum bum. Wonk 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 wonk. Hey guys, look, we don't have to put Fang behind the prison bars anymore because she got the fucking insanity plea. we didn't put her behind fucking bars for the rest of her life. Ugh. I got like a burp nestled in my tummy. Okay. Now put her in a straitjacket.
No, I don't think I will.
Okay. So, if you need a reminder of what happened last chapter, scrolls to the bottom of this insanely long chapter. We got the end of the trial. Let's see. The defendant, Lucy Aaron, has been found not guilty. So there you go. And then they were going to like poll the jury. They polled the jury, made sure that everything was good. And yeah. Has been found not guilty of all charges due to the disturbed state of the defendant's mind, clearly showing her to be dangerous to and unable to function in society with any degree of independence. The court of the city of Volcadera sentences the defendant to psychiatric treatment at the White Wings Mental Hospital. So she got put in the ward, boys. She's gonna go meet our girl Wendy. Yippee! Elwit. Elwit indeed. And now we're kind of like, moving on from that. As you'll see, the last chapter was called Thunder, and this one's called Parting Clouds, because, hey, the storm's clearing, boys. Kind of. Yeah. All right. So, here we go. Chapter 24. Parting Clouds. Into each life, some rain must fall. Too much is falling in mine. Into each heart, some tears must fall. Someday the sun will shine. I open my eyes. It's dawning. The sky is overcast. The world outside drowns in the darkness of November dawn. The last spurts of the night's downpour drum against the window, while the wind howls amongst the hills. I turn and lie on my side. After a moment of fiddling, I fish out my phone. 5 in the morning, November 2nd. Until recently, I had a picture of Lucy as a lock screen background. Changing it was not an easy decision, but I feel it had to be done. It hurts not seeing my sweet, sweet girl's face, but I found that seeing her face without her actual presence hurts much more. I went to that White Wings hospital not long after the trial. Her doctors told me that she won't be allowed any visitors for now. They weren't able to tell me how long the ban would last. The prospect of being away from her for who knows how long hurts so fucking much. Despite this, though, I'm certain that neither of us could handle a meeting yet. And besides that, I want to think about me, about her, about us, where me and she stand at the moment. It'll take a lot of time figuring it out. Me being distracted by the thought of her being just a phone call away only make things harder. Yes. I need time away from her, and she needs time away from me. Good thing we both have that commodity in ample supply. I unlocked the phone and go on Cavebook. My old profile there had long become a dumping ground of toxic sludge ever since the trial concluded. There are singular posts of support and encouragement floating like chunks of wood on a sea of toxic sludge. I log into my other profile. Idiots. They think they can hate on me. Me! Master of disguise and undetectability. I have 15 alts, made during my glory days of making strangers upset online. Finding a post relating to Lucy's sentence doesn't take a lot of time. Those started popping up long before the trial proper even began. I remember seeing such posts months ago, on the day of the shooting. The thread is, of course, full of civility and level-headedness. The speakers use such high language as schizo, meteor-dodging long-faced whore, or thin-skinned crackpot. Truly, the eloquence of your average mouth-breather is astounding. I get my share of insults as well, but I don't give a shit. Got plenty of those over my life, and got used to it. Being called a retard hits nowhere near as hard as it should after being called that thousands of fucking times. People are pissed about the appeal filed by Naomi's folks and some of the families of the victims not going through. Me and my friends knew of it before the rest of the world, thanks to Reed's dad hearing the news over the grapevine. I scrolled to the beginning of the comment thread. The debate started out pretty calm and civil. People debating whether the judgment was fair or not. As I go further down the thread, it quickly devolves and degenerates into a two-sided barrage of insults. Monkeys flinging shit at one another. Me, Lucy, and Trish get caught up in the crossfire. Even Reed gets thrashed by some of the commenters. It's been like this since October. People online flinging shit at me, my friends, and my... What is Lucy to me at this point? What am I to her? Can we even consider each other a couple after all that happened? After what she did to me? After I didn't fucking tell her about Nazar? She most probably despises me for not telling her about Nazar. Her asking about that is something I fear the most. What kind of excuses could I even make that won't make me sound like a damn coward? What could she say about what happened on the night before that damn Monday? I did not lie in court about enjoying myself. I actually did enjoy it. But how it came about, it was so sudden, unexpected. She just... Shake my head. No, don't think about it. Not now. Later. Yeah, later. Much later. When you finally meet her. She'll ask questions, you'll ask yours. Yeah, that's it. Luckily, I do not have to worry about it just now. I will in the future, but I'm not running from this problem. Just waiting for the right moment to face it. Yes, that's it. I close Cave Book and go on the forum for the world's angriest Irishman. After perusing the random board for a while, I find a thread talking about me. Pickrell. Be me, spear chucker. Leave old school, go to new school. Meet a tarot goth chick. Local psycho bitch sets me up with the goth girl. Goth GF acquired. Fumble everything so hard that she shoots up the school and wants to kill herself. I fucking hate him. He had everything given on a silver platter, the golden ticket, everything set up for him. And all he had to do was not fuck it up. He did. He fucked up such a golden opportunity while I'm sitting here at 35 KHV. Fucking hate you. Hope you fucking choke on your own tongue and die. Another one of those posts. Seen 10 of those, all sorts of formats. There were even some attempts at doxing me, but the media beat them to the punch. Thanks to that, I've been getting hate mail for the whole of October. Things calmed down after Ripley's trial. People love a good revenge story. Testifying in that court case was nowhere near as dramatic as in Lucy's case. Rip would surely tear me limb from limb if he saw me in person, I think. That situation called for special measures. All it took was a simple video call. I was asked some questions, confirmed what I told the FBI, and then I was free to go. Mo was fuming when the sentence came. 10 fucking years. He said Rip didn't deserve such a sentence. I don't know about that. That was a nasty piece of work. The phone buzzes. One new text message from Trish. What could she want? Hey, Anon, wanna hang out today? I scratch my head. I have plans for today. Farm work, first and foremost. Wanted to hang out with Philippe after the group therapy session today. He wanted to introduce me to those street beasts guys. And Emily. We hadn't time or occasion to talk at all during September or October. I was either busy with the daily routine or so completely absorbed with the trial that I had no time nor the mind to spend much time with her. I did catch some glimpses of her around the farm, mostly hanging out with Philippe in the garage or around the house. He's out of the house more than in it these days anyway, busy with college and work. He works at some car workshop place. He mentioned it a time or two. I looked down at my phone. Trish still waits for my answer. Well, time to give it to her. Sorry, Trish. I'll be hella busy today. Tomorrow, maybe? She quickly replies. Please, I feel like I'm going mad. I text back. What's up? The 3 dots bob up and down for a moment, then stop. Then they appear again, then disappear. This repeats itself for almost 2 minutes. She's typing shit out and deleting it over and over. Finally, she responds. Just, I feel like shit. I'll tell you more when we meet at the group session. I respond in a flash. Sure. I've been playing her therapist ever since the trial. Or at least more than usual. What happened at the court, the tussle between her and Sage, Reed stepping in, it really messed with her head. She keeps asking me about how Reed's doing and all that shit. Maybe she thinks that what he did marks some big return to how things were before everything fucked itself. I have my doubts, but I won't be the one to dash her hopes. She wouldn't believe me anyhow. If anyone's gonna do it, it'll be the big man himself. If it ever comes to that, I hope that he won't be too harsh with her. I could try to convince Reed to extend the olive branch, since I'm pretty sure Trish will never do that of her own accord. But, no. It's not my call to make. He would probably tell me to fuck off anyway. He was quite pissed after he was finally let go by the paramedics. At least that's what Rosa told me. Having to endure Trish's company for a prolonged period of time must have been torture to him. I put the phone away and get up. I then walk up to and lean against the window, pressing my forehead against the cold glass, resting my forearms on the windowsill. I listen. Sounds of activity around the house. Bed springs creak, footsteps, muffled voices. The others are waking up. The wind carries sounds of a distant storm. There's one going on in the sea, probably, either calming down or just starting. Rainfall is intensifying. Great. We won't be getting any work done today. Not out in the open. I look to my right, to where the farm's gate is. Below, quiet clanging of cutlery and voices. Marissa's and Sophia's. Only a week ago, a whole colony of journalists were perched up along the road, waiting for anyone to leave the farm grounds so they could bother us and pepper us with questions. A couple of cops sent by the new commissioners sent that little nest and its rats packing. Good fucking riddance. I turn from the window. My eyes land on the guitar, leaning against the desk. I haven't touched it since Rosa's birthday. Lucy's trial occupied my mind so much that I completely forgot about it. It's probably out of tune. On my way to bed, I grab it and test it. Yep, it's slightly out of tune. Let's fix that. I only get a little bit of tuning done before knocking on the door interrupts me.
Anon, get up.
I check my phone. It's 6 in the morning already. While I was fiddling with the guitar, the rain outside turned into a downpour. Me and Simone will be stuck home now, which isn't such a bad thought, now that I think about it. I'm not sleeping, Mom. I answer.
Then get dressed and come.
In a minute. The door creaks open. She peeks in. Thank God I have my pajamas on.
You sound sad, niño.
She looks at me with her usual motherly warmth.
¿Qué ocurre?
What's going on? I put the guitar down. Just feeling a bit sad, a bit down right now. I'll be fine. She frowns and walks in.
No. Esto no valdrá, hijo.
She measures me up with her eyes.
You know what the Sakitra said.
She comes up, sits next to me, and puts her arm around me.
Don't be sad, hijo.
She squeezes me.
Tell me, what's wrong?
I glance at the guitar, then look at her. It's just everything, you know? I rub my chin. The trial, what people say about me and Lucy on the internet, those damn journalists. I clench my fist. I'm so damn tired of it all. I just want it to be over. After she doesn't say anything for a moment, I continue. Not to mention my daughter. You've heard what the social worker said. They're investigating if I'm fit for being a dad.
You are, Anon, you are.
She squeezes me again, smiling encouragingly. I'm not so sure myself. What if they say I'm not? I look at her. I'm a lunatic. She squeezes my shoulder, hard enough for it to hurt for a moment. I twitch and shut up, then look at her. The smile's gone.
You are not crazy, niño.
She slowly shakes her head.
You are troubled and lost still. But you're making progress. Secretariat said so. I talked to her too, you know.
She lets go of my shoulder and pats my back.
Stop worrying. We will help you. Me, Simone, all of us.
She gets up.
Now get dressed and calm down. The food will get cold.
I look at the door for a moment after she leaves. Maybe she's right. Maybe I'm not insane. Maybe my daughter won't have to grow up without both of her parents. Maybe. But only time will tell. I quickly change from my pajamas to my everyday clothes and come down. There's almost no chatting around the table today. Must be the weather. Makes everyone drowsy like hell. Simone welcomes me with a nod, then turns his eyes towards the window. I sit next to Moises. He gives me a curt nod and yawns, rubbing his eyes. Tough night, little bro? I ask.
No me hagas empezar, he grumbles. It's been pouring down all night. Thundering.
He grimaces.
Philippe slept like a rock.
He jabs him with a fork.
Too bad he snores like a volcano.
Philippe jumps upon being pricked and turns to Moises. You have an expression for that, hermanito. He leans in with a smirk. I think it's a skill issue. I snort, turning my head away. The fork finds my forearm. I hiss and twitch. Sophia glares at us across the table.
Moises, ya basta.
The young Ecliops cowers, having drawn the attention of both Mom and Grandma. He murmurs an apology and puts the fork to its intended use. I do the same, glancing at Simone from time to time. He's checking something on his phone, frowning and murmuring to himself. I turn my head to the other side. Rosa's absent from the table. She and Reed went out for the weekend, and she hasn't come back yet. I was a bit surprised that Marisa and Simone allowed this, but Reed promised that they'd behave, and his word is rock solid. Marisa did call Rosa at least 15 times a day to make sure she and Reed weren't getting fresh with one another. It was quite something. Mierda, Simone murmurs, putting down his phone. The rain won't stop until evening. So, no work for today? I look up at him. He rubs his jaw. There is always something to be done around the house. He glances at Marisa. I'm sure your mother will find something for you to do, Owen. Marisa glances at me.
I did want to clean up the attic today.
Simone murmurs and nods. There you go. He looks around the table. He says something in Spanish, which causes my step-siblings to greatly pick up their eating pace. Phones are put away, what little conversation went on around the table dies down. For a short time, there are no sounds around the table but scraping of forks against the plates, accompanied by hasty chewing and swallowing. Philippe doesn't react and keeps eating at his own pace. So does Raoul. I watch them shovel their food in their mouths with some amusement. This'll never not be funny to me. It was a surprise the first time I saw such a thing happen, but I got used to it. Realities of living in a house like that, I suppose. When Mom or Dad tells you to do something, you better do it. Short time later, the table is mostly deserted. Raoul wishes us a good day and leaves the dining room. Simone gives us a curt nod, gets up, and leaves as well. Me and Philippe continue eating for a couple minutes. My stepbrothers and sisters pile into the hall in a tornado of frantic preparation, the buzz of which is cut off after Simone goes out after them and shuts the front door. So, we'll be cleaning the attic then? I look at Marisa. She nods. Sophia looks at Philippe. She asks him something in Spanish. He shakes his head and replies in the same tongue. She frowns. He says something else, and Sophia's features soften.
Remember that you have therapy in the afternoon, Nanon,
Marisa reminds me.
You heard what your father said, mijo.
She looks at Philippe, who freezes with a fork halfway to his snout.
Do you really have to take Anon to that meeting?
Mama, it's in the evening. Anon will be free by then, no? Philippe glances at me. And he hadn't talked with Emily a lot yet. I want him to get to know her better.
See. And Anon needs to get up early tomorrow. There'll be trucks from wholesalers coming in early.
Marisa glances at me. Mama, por favor. She sighs and smiles, shaking her head.
Muy bien, but I want you two back before midnight. Understood?
She glances at Philippe.
I know that Banji is a clock. I know that to Banji a clock is an abstract concept, but you, jovencito, still live with us.
Philippe nods. Got it, he says in Spanish before stuffing a forkful of food into his mouth. Soon enough, he's gone too. Neither for work nor to college, but to the garage. Simone's truck has been acting up again lately, and he needs Philippe's golden touch. I wash the dishes, wish Sophia a good day, then go upstairs with Marisa, carrying a broom, some trash bags, a few cloths draped over my shoulder, and a bottle of glass cleaner. The rumble of rain against the roof of the house intensifies when we reach the attic. It's not deafening, but it's pretty damn loud. Thank God it's not thundering nearby, or I'd tumble down the stairs in a panic. 3 times the charm. Yeah, stairs. I expected a ladder. My old family house had a ladder leading up to the attic. Not so much here. Instead, it's a short flight of stairs. Damn, it's big. Look around. The attic is spacious, filled with all sorts of objects. As we set up, I notice old clothes, vinyls, and 2 large CRT TVs paired with old, dusty column speakers, amongst all sorts of random crap.
Yes, it's large,
Marisa nods, rolling up her sleeves.
and filled with garbage. We're going to clear it out.
Garbage like this? I pointed a large box filled with all sorts of toys. Old and very old. Most of them broken. She leans in and nods.
Amongst other things.
She looks at me.
Don't stand around grinning like that, mijo. Come.
We get to work. We move boxes around and check their contents. We pack up most of the old clothes, which Marisa says will be sent to the poor by some charity. You should get some housekeepers, Mom, I grumble, struggling with a particularly large box of clothes. They could do this crap for you. She glares at me, putting her dusty hands on her hips, watching me lower the box to the ground.
God gave us 2 hands.
She flexes her arms. She flexes her arm and puts her hand on her bicep with a soft smile.
We can afford housekeeping, yes. But as long as me and Simone can do things around the house ourselves, we're not getting any.
Yes, you, Simone, and a whole soccer team of children.
What was that?
Damn it, mouth. I was admiring the clothes, I quickly say. Nike, Adidas. Was any of the kids on a sports team or something, Mom? She leans over and looks inside the box.
Those are Rule's old clothes. He used to be track team captain, you know.
She smiles at the memory.
At Volcano High.
Track team. At Volcano High. Nazar was on the track team there as well. He was a track team captain too, I think. Or at least he was top performer. Wonder where he'd be now if not for 2 bullets shot by his own sister. No. Don't think about Nazar. Calm down. Don't break down in tears over some fucking old clothes. Fuck. Stop thinking about this. Marisa had turned away to rummage through another box. That gives me an ample opportunity to take a few deep breaths to calm down before she checks in on me again. Despite my efforts, though, she still notices that something's wrong. She puts down a shirt and looks me in the eyes, worry painted clearly on her face.
Anon?
Oh, it's nothing. I shake my head. I remembered something.
Something pleasant, I hope.
She smiles softly. In a way, yes. My tone makes her turn serious.
Is it about that girl of yours?
I shake my head. No, I'm fine, Mom.
I can see that you're not.
Swear to God, this one will worry herself to death one day. We talked about this already, Mom. I'll be fine. She doesn't look convinced, but she doesn't try to push it. With a soft smile, she nods, then turns back to the box. She spends some time rummaging through it, taking clothes out and separating them into a few piles. I do the same under her directions. After we're done sorting clothes, we put them in trash bags, which we then carry downstairs to the hall. Simone is back, having driven the kids to school. We exchange nods, and I go back to the attic. Marisa is sitting on one of the boxes when I come in.
You know, there should be some old photos of me and Simone around here somewhere.
Is this the scene where I learn the sappy love story of my adoptive parents? Really? I look around. Shouldn't you keep things like that in your bedroom? Or the living room at least?
There's too many photos.
She laughs softly and gets up.
Now, let's get back to work.
So we get back to it. It's boring work for the most part. sorting old clothes, sweeping floors, and cleaning the windows. One after another, the trash bags fill up. Someone peeks in from time to time to see how we're doing. He offers help, but Marisa shoos him away with a cloth.
Prepararnos un té querido.
She shouts after him. He soon returns with 2 cups of tea. We spend a few minutes chatting. You have therapy in 3 hours. Simone reminds me as I sip my leaf juice. I pause with the cup at my lips. We spent so much time cleaning already? Phew, time sure flies when you're having fun, huh? Alright, thanks, Dad. I put the cup down. So, an hour more of this, huh? I look at Marisa.
More or less.
She returns to Simone.
Is Philippe done with the truck?
Casi terminado. He rubs his jaw. I can help if you want, querida.
No.
She shakes her head.
Philippe can help around the house too from time to time.
Simone nods, rubs his snout against Marisa's, and leaves the attic. We finish our tea and get back to work. Clothes, old toys, even some old game consoles. I dig up a Packy station too. Huh, neat. I wonder if it still works. I look it over.
It's Philippe's,
Marisa tells me.
Ask him if you want it.
I put the console aside and continue my archaeological search. After some digging, sorting, and carrying down trash bags of all sorts of stuff, I come across a large old cardboard box. There's something scribbled on the lid. No toques, Philippe. Huh. An old stash. I hope it's not porn mags. I lift the lid and find a bunch of old Hot Wheels cars along with some old box DVDs. I pick one up and read the title. Highway 35. World Race.
Mierda! Los estaba buscando!
I jump, nearly dropping the disc. I look over my shoulder just in time to see Marisa frowning at Philippe with a very stern look on her face. Philippe himself is rubbing the back of his head, an apologetic smile spread on his snout. She's tapping her foot on the floor. They exchange a few words in Spanish. He apologizes and comes up to me. I've been looking for those for months. He crouches next to me and takes the DVD out of my hand. He takes out another one out of the box. Benji's been busting my balls about those. Acceleracers. I read the title. Oh, what's this? Some kiddie shit? This, amigo. Philippe lifts the other DVD up. He's the best piece of animated entertainment you have come across in your life. He grins and puts the DVDs back into the box. Ahora vuelvo, mamá. He picks it up and goes downstairs. I look over at her. She shakes her head with a soft smile.
He's like a child sometimes.
She shrugs.
No, well, boys will be boys.
She nods toward the stairs.
Go and get ready. Simone is waiting for you.
I pass Philippe on my way down, and he stops me for a moment. Thanks for finding those DVDs. He squeezes my arm. We'll watch them tonight. Lets me go. You'll love it, I'm sure. I give him a thumbs up. Sure. See you in the evening then, bro. He pats my back and heads upstairs. As I go down, I overhear him and Marisa bantering in Spanish. Simone walks out of the living room with a steaming mug of coffee. He looks up and nods, sipping his bean juice. Get dressed. We're leaving in 10 minutes. He turns and goes back to the living room. The TV's on. He's watching the news. I grab my jacket and pull it on. Walk into the living room. I pause with one arm in the sleeve. The trial of the former chief of Volcadera Police Department, Ripley Aaron, concluded last week. The DNA news anchor tells us. His transportation to prison will be carried out today, around 2 in the afternoon. James? The news studio disappears, replaced by a shot of the prison gates. A large, chubby, neatly dressed Triceratops in a toupee takes up most of the frame. He's struggling to hold on to an umbrella. The umbrella itself is greatly opposed to the idea of staying in his hand, trying to free itself from his grasp with the help of the rising wind. Quickly intensifying rain drenches his expensive waistcoat and pants, which annoys him to no end. Thank you, Maria? He nods. Yes, the transportation of Ripley Aaron had prompted some of Alcadera's citizens to gather around the prison gates for a demonstration of their approval of the sentence. He approaches the crowd, the cameraman following him. Excuse me, miss, can you tell us what you think of Ripley Aaron's sentence? A raptor lady, holding up a banner saying, "Flush the muck," stops and turns to the trigger.
What do I think? I think good fucking riddance.
She holds up the banner, so it's promptly displayed.
It's a real shame his daughter didn't get locked up in here, though, she spits. Birds of a feather, those two.
The trigger journal nods solemnly. My nails start to dig into my palm. Yes, the sentencing of Lucy Aaron carried a lot of controversy. What do you think of it? The raptor bitch scoffs.
I think it's bullshit. She killed 8 people and all she gets is the loony bin?
She glares at the camera.
Nice goddamn justice system we have.
What do you think of the appeal in the case not being picked up? The raptor bitch seethes.
Well,
the TV shuts off. I frown. Simone puts the remote down. Are you ready? He asks, getting up. Yeah. I zip up my jacket. Let's go, Dad. We go to the hall, where he puts his jacket on. We then go outside. The downpour hadn't lessened in the slightest since morning. We put our hoods up and get in the truck, where someone immediately turns on the engine and the heating. The radio turns on along with the engine. Soft sounds of one of Green Day's songs fill the silence. He sits for a moment, rubbing his hands and shivering slightly, until the inside of the car is nice and warm. Mierda. The rest of the sentence is lost in a string of angry mumbling. He straps himself in. Not long after, we're on our way to the shore. I look out the window on his side. There really is a storm going on in the sea. The elevation provided by the terrain lets me see flashes of lightning and rolling, foamy waves raging across the gray surface of the water. It will get worse on the bluffs, I remark. Mm-hmm. He nods, looking at the sea. If it gets too bad, we're turning back. I won't have you out there alone, with a storm like this on the horizon. The rain is intensifying as we get closer to the city. And as we enter the highway, it's a cloudburst. Streams of water pour down the windshield, with the wiper struggling to keep up. Simone murmurs something and drums on the wheel. His frown deepens as we leave the highway. There are streams of water running down the streets. There are very few people around, most of them being humans, all of which struggle hard against the gale coming from the sea. Branches and some of the other objects bump against the windshield. We're going back, someone says after stopping at an intersection. This weather is getting dangerous. What about Reed and Rosa? I ask him. They have a car, they'll be fine. He assures me. I'll call Rosa. I whip out my phone. Simone nods. Just as I'm about to dial Rosa's number, I notice someone behind the streams of rain pouring down the window of the car. It's purple and small and holding onto a lamppost for its dear life. Oh, shit, it's Trish. Wait, Dad, wait! I call out, seeing him shifting up a gear. Turns to me. I roll the window down. Trish! I shout. Trish! She looks up from the ground. She's very surprised to see me. Anon? She calls out. Who else? Can she get in, Dad? Wait, Dad? Or no. That's some, I think that's supposed to be Trish. Wait, Dad? Simone murmurs something. He leans forward. Seeing Trish, as miserable as a wet dog, he curses. Yes, get in. I pat the rear door. Come on! Trish opens the door and hops in. She's dripping wet, shivering, miserable like hell. Simone drives off and continues to drive in silence for a couple minutes, waiting for her to warm up. What are you doing outside in such weather? He admonishes her. Where's your mother? Mom doesn't give Trish pauses, seeing Simone frown. Mom's busy. The Accolade shakes his head. What about your father? He was busy at the hospital. She wipes her face with her sleeve. It doesn't help much since the sleeve itself is soaked. Thank you for picking me up. Simone drums on the wheel. Ni lo menciones. I look over my shoulder. Trish is leaning forward now, staring at the floor. Her hair wet, stuck to her head. She's still shivering, but it's not because of the cold, I think. Or at least, not wholly. Tears glimmer in her eyes, mixing with the rainwater.
I think the group session's called off today, Anon.
She looks up at me.
A shame, huh?
Why the hell? Someone clears his throat very loudly. My heart jumps and I swallow, composing myself and start over. Why did you go out anyway? You've seen the weather forecast. She rubs her eyes with her hands.
I wanted to talk to you.
She moves a strand of hair off her face. What about?
Reed.
Oh God, really? There's nothing left between her and Reed. Why is she so adamant about this?
Can you...
She pauses.
Sit next to me?
For fuck's sake. Fine. Dad. Simone sighs, slightly annoyed, but stops the car by a curb. I hop out, and after a quick shower, join the trig in the back seat. Where did you leave, Trish? Simone asks after we get moving again. We'll drive you home. Trish gives him the address. He murmurs in response, thinks for a moment, then takes a U-turn. What about Reed? I ask after a few minutes of rainy silence.
You know what he did at court, she says, rubbing her eyes. We talked after we were in the ambulance together. Well, talk? She grimaces. More like trying not to kill each other.
I shrug. You said something that pissed him off. Keep my face turned to the window. Rosa told me. He was fuming. Trish sniffles. Damn it, don't you start fucking crying now.
I only asked if we could be friends again,
she says in a barely audible voice. I have to force myself to turn to her, look at her. Wet, cold, sad, a paragon of misery. She looks like a wet chicken that's been kicked. You know how he feels about it. His mind didn't change, I tell her, keeping my voice calm somehow.
I thought that maybe it did,
she says, wiping tears from her eyes.
He jumped in, saved me, and I thought...
I open my mouth to tell her that she's wrong, but I stop myself. Maybe there's something in it. Who knows, or maybe not. Reed does hate Trish, but I don't think he hates her to the degree of wanting her dead. And being friends with her, though? Pfft, now that's a fucking castle in the air if I ever saw one. Beats me, I say. I don't know what's inside his head. He's a complex guy. She nods.
But I still like him, Anon.
She looks me in the eyes.
I want him to like me too.
I can't help you with that. I shake my head. I could try talking to him about this, but he'll just tell me to fuck off. She clenches her fists.
You don't know that.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. I rub my nape. But, Trish, he gets angry at the mere mention of you. Sure, he saved your ass, but that doesn't mean anything. She scowls, her features darkening. She leans towards me with gritted teeth and narrowed eyes.
It means a lot to me.
Someone stops the car and looks back at us. Trish cowers and sits up straight. For a moment, she and Simone are locked in a duel of wills, one looking the other in the eyes. I observe it from the sidelines, not wanting to get involved. Trish is the first to lower her eyes. Simone keeps looking at her for another long moment before turning back towards the road. We start moving again. Dad doesn't like it when you yell, I tell her. She frowns.
You keep calling him Dad. Why?
I got adopted. Kind of. It's a long story. I shrug when she looks at me. Let's get back to what we were talking about. She sits still for a moment, her head low.
I just want to be friend. I just want Reed to be my friend again, Anon.
She tells me.
I want it to be like it was before.
I move closer and put my hand on her shoulder. She tenses up. That's impossible, Trish. You know that.
I don't mean all of it, Skinny.
The car comes to a violent stop. Trish almost falls out of her seat. Don't talk to him like that. I look at Simone. He's glancing over his shoulder again at Trish. It's fine, Dad. Really. I lift my hand. He grumbles, but doesn't pursue the subject further. He focuses on the road. Though he's seemingly indifferent to our conversation from now on, I still see him gripping the wheel pretty damn hard. He turns the radio on and turns the volume up to drown our conversation out.
I'm sorry, Trish mumbles. It's just...
She rubs her eyes.
I want things between me and him to be like they were before. Before it all just crumbled.
She wrings her hands. I can't help you, Trish mumbles. No, not Trish mumbles. I shake my head. I'm sorry. I wish I could do something, but Reed won't listen to me. He's got damn good reasons not to. She nods.
I know. She sniffles. Fuck. Ever since that damn trial, shit's been going badly. Mom won't let me leave the house. Those little bastards are being even worse than usual.
Wait, your mother doesn't let you leave the house?
She's afraid I'll get beaten up or stabbed or something, she explains. I just want someone to talk to, someone to hang out with. I got you and Rosa, but she's busy with Reed.
She grabs her head with both hands.
I want Reed to like me again. I want to be friends with him again. How do I do it? How?
I let go of her shoulder and rub my jaw. She lets her hands fall to her sides, trembling and softly sniffling. Ask Rosa, I propose. She can try and talk to him about this.
I don't want to mess up their relationship with my bullshit.
She shakes her head.
If Rosa speaks up for me, who knows how he'll react?
She sighs again.
I ruined one relationship already. I don't want to ruin another.
She lifts her head and looks at me. I shake my head, jabbing myself in the chest with my thumb. That one's on me.
Shut up, it ain't.
She flicks her wrist.
I fucked it up.
We all fucked up, I tell her, mimicking what Reed told me back in August. I fucked up. You fucked up. I point at her. She nods slowly. Reed fucked up.
Now wait just a goddamn minute.
Lucy's parents fucked up. I continue ignoring her interjection. There's nothing we can do about it now, Trish. I put my hand on her shoulder. Best thing we can do is just get over it. She frowns and scowls. Fuck. Goddamn, she reminds me of myself from the not-so-distant past. She's beating herself up. She has been since the trial. Every phone call, every text she sent me, they were dripping with self-loathing. Maybe it's her taking the brunt of the blame during the trial that made her like this. Exacerbated the guilt or some shit. Who knows? I'm not a psychologist.
Just get over it, she grumbles. Just move on. Forget about Lucy.
I'm not telling you to forget about her, I interrupt her. I'm telling you that our lives are not over. I wish it could be that way. I wish I could say that me and my daughter lived happily ever after and that was the end of it. Life ain't that simple, though. Life goes on. I look Trish in the eyes. You have to learn to live with what happened. She grabs my jacket and lifts her face up to mine. She's staring at me with wide open eyes, asking, pleading for an answer.
How? How the hell do I do that?
I gently grab her hand and pry it off my jacket, then lay it on her lap. She looks down at it, then back at me. Just keep on trucking, I tell her. Keep going to therapy. Improve yourself. You made mistakes, but who doesn't? I snort. I sure as hell ain't free of them. She hangs her head low. About Reed. Look, I'll see what I can do. Okay? Her head shoots up. She turns to me, her eyes wide open, face gleaming.
Really?
Not so fast. I raise my hands in a defensive gesture. I said that I'll see what I can do. It can be something, it can be nothing. Don't expect miracles. Trish tears up. She throws her arms around me, pressing her face against my chest.
Thank you,
she mumbles. I look at Simone. Just now I realize that we haven't been moving for some time now. He's drumming on the wheel to the rhythm of Jesus of Suburbia, pretending not to hear our conversation. He glances at me through the rearview mirror. Their eyes meet, and he nods. I nod back, then look down at Trish. She lets go of me and looks out the window.
Oh, we're here. She shuffles away from me. Thanks for the lift.
Simone murmurs something in response. She opens the door, nods at me, and hops out into the downpour. She slams the door shut and runs around the car towards a shabby-looking single-family house. Simone doesn't start the engine until she's safely inside. The next half an hour passes in complete silence, broken only by an endless stream of Green Day songs. We get in line for the toll booth. Simone looks over his shoulder. She's your friend. Oh, Trish? I scratch my head. I don't know. He frowns. You don't know? It's complicated, Simone. I sigh, resting my back against the back seat. Very complicated. He doesn't continue the subject, as the line starts moving. About an hour later, we're on the road leading to the farm. Another half an hour later, we're back home. The first thing I hear when I enter the home is the din of familiar voices coming from the living room, paired with something that sounds suspiciously like some kind of anime. I take my jacket off, greet Sophia as I pass her by in the dining room, and peek into the living room. I see Marisa and my stepbrothers on the couch, with the you get kids on the floor, watching Dragon Ball on the living room TV. They're so enthralled by it that they don't notice me. Not until Rosa and Reed walk in from the kitchen with some snacks.
Ah, hi, Anon.
She waves at me, holding a tray in the other hand. Reed gives me a nod. He's blushing like mad. Wonder why. The rest of the company greets me after that. I politely refuse joining them and ask Reed to follow me to my room, which he does with some reluctance. He stops at the door and looks over at Rosa, who's completely enthralled by Son Goku kicking the ass of some white and purple alien guy. He lingers in the doorway for a moment, smiling, before finally breaking off and following me upstairs. We go in my room. TV is going full blast downstairs, the sounds making the windows rattle. I think Raptor Jesus will drown out his shouting. He won't take what I want to ask of him lightly. What's up, dude? He looks at me, his hands stuffed into his pockets. Fuck, how do I approach this? There's no good way to open this can of worms, I'm afraid. Mere mention of Trish's name would piss him the fuck off, but I told her I'll see what I can do. You see, when Simone drove me to therapy, yeah, it was hell. Rain, thunder, wind, shit flying around in the air. I paused, seeing him tilt his head. Alright, I'll cut the shit. We came across Trish and gave her a ride home. He shrugs. To my surprise, he's not even annoyed. That's it? She asked me to talk to you. His indifference is gone almost instantly, replaced by annoyance and anger. He tenses up, leans his back against the door, bends his neck forward slightly, and glares at me with narrowed eyes. He closes his eyes, takes a deep, slow breath, opens his eyes and looks at me a bit more calmly. What the fuck did she want from me? She wants... I pause. She wants to be friends is a bad way to put it. Already looks angry. Better not piss him off more than absolutely necessary. She wants things to be like they were. He scowls, he scoffs, growls, lifts his head, lets out a low-pitched, hissy laugh, then immediately turns serious and looks at me. What is she fucking thinking? He says in a low, tense tone of voice. She should have thought of that about it before. He takes his hand out of his pocket and furls into a fist before his face. She decided to fuck everything up. He lets his hand drop by his side. Besides, she can never be like it was. Not after what happened. He turns his head left and glues his eyes to the wall. She knows it. Then why does she act like... Why does she ask us to be like it used to be? Reed frowns. It's over. It's done.
It's so hard for her to fucking understand. I rub my chin. He's mad. I wonder what he's thinking of me. Maybe that I'm Trish's new errand boy, filling the void left by his departure. Not her errand boy. I just don't want to see her so fucking sad anymore. But no one should feel that way, not even her. She wants to start over. Reed shrugs, turning his head back to me. But I don't, he says. Well, why the fuck should I? You're the only true friend she ever had. I didn't stop her decision to destroy everything. He pushes himself away from the door and steps towards me. The rage, the hurt, the discomfort in his eyes, paired with that anger painted on his face, makes me step back towards the window. Before I know it, I'm clutching my head with one hand. Buzzing. 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 Nothing but buzzing. My hands are shaking too. Great. Stop shaking. God damn it. Reed pauses. He blinks, clenches his fist and turns away from me. He's cursing, I think. Sorry, he says after I've calmed down. It's just... He turns to me. There's still anger on his face, but most have been supplanted by bitter sadness. She destroyed everything. Our friendship, Lucy's life. Fuck. He hangs his head and shakes it with a sigh. She destroyed your life too. I scratch my head. She took it hard too, Reed. Much worse than me or you. Bullshit, he mutters. She's a stupid, selfless bitch. Destroys everything she touches. Not letting her anywhere near my life. I shield my eyes. Reed, she wanted to kill herself. Do you understand? He blinks. Blinks again. Turns away from me, glances at me over his shoulder, and turns his head away. Tip of his tail swishes back and forth like a windscreen wiper. He's clenching and unfurling his hands. His claws are slipping out and back in again. You don't give a fuck about her, but I do. To a degree. I tell him. She locked herself up at home after she came to you that day. Remember? On the stairs. He doesn't answer. I keep talking. I tell him what she told me over the phone. What she told me on our first group therapy session together. I tell him of other things, told to me by text and more phone calls. He doesn't answer. Tip of his tail swishes back and forth. I tell him what she told me today. How fucking sad she was. How she pleaded. He doesn't answer. He only listens. There's a very long silence between us after I'm done, broken only by the rain drumming on the window and anime noises downstairs. Reed doesn't move. He's breathing slowly, but not too deeply. He doesn't seem affected by what I just told him. Keep striking that iron. I'm not begging you to take her back as a friend. I continue speaking. I'm only asking you to consider it. He turns to me. So quick and so sudden that gives me a violent start. I stumble backwards, bump into a chair and sit down hard on it. For a moment we look at one another. Me slightly pale and scared, him tense and a bit angry. Fine, he mutters, pinching the bridge of his snout with his claws. I'll think about it. I blink. Wait, what? Are you sure? I don't want you to... He lifts his hand, silencing me. I'm quite sure. He smiles crookedly. Holding on to your anger is childish. I told you that myself. His smirk falls. I'd be a goddamn hypocrite if I didn't at least attempt to follow this principle. Thanks, bro. He nods. Don't expect too much. He puts his hands in his pocket and taps his feet on the floor once. Still, thanks. He shrugs. Yeah. He turns to the door. Let's go back to the others. We leave my room and go downstairs. Say, you're going to college next year, right? He smirks and nods, his face lighting up slightly. Yeah, I'm gonna be an engineer. The smirk grows into a full-size grin. What? Rosa told you? I respond with a grin of my own.
Who else? We're about to go into the dining room when the front door opens. Hola, hermano. Philippe nods at me. Emily, who's with him, gives me a short wave and a smile that melts my heart before pulling her hood back. I wave back at her, return Philippe's greeting, and join the rest of the family in the living room. Reed goes to sit with Rosa, who immediately starts drowning him in Dragon Ball lore. He nods along, looking at the screen with a dumb grin on his face. I sit next to Matthias, who's watching Goku struggle against the alien guy with great enthusiasm. I find myself enjoying the show more than I'm willing to admit. It being entirely in Spanish does little to dampen my enjoyment. Atmosphere of excitement, which bursts from all present at every exchange of blows between Goku and the alien guy, whose name is Frieza, apparently, greatly enhances the enjoyment factor. A couple hours later, I'm sitting in the backseat of Philippe's El Coche, holding his precious box of DVDs and toy cars on my lap. Damn, I almost feel like a kid again. Are we just gonna watch these movies, or what? I rattle the box as Philippe backs out of the garage. No. Philippe glances at me and shakes his head. Well, we will watch Highway 35. He chuckles and turns the car towards the gate. You know, this movie got me and Banji into cars. Look at the box. Huh. Really? Emily laughs softly. Yep, he nods. Where do you think the name Street Beast comes from? I shrug. I don't know. I've never seen it. He smirks. True, you were probably a baby when it came out. That and my parents barely got me any toys. Or movies. Anything to call my own, really. Emily laughs softly. You and your toys. She pats Philippe's cheek. He leans in and rubs his snout against hers. She blushes again. You say, Anon. She looks at me over her shoulder. Have you ever been in a street race? I swallow. Well, I was in a car with Rosa when she met Banji one time. She grins. Oh, so you're experienced then. I frown slightly. Why are you asking? Philippe chuckles. Let's just say Emily likes going fast. Your car or your girl? Emily's eyebrows shoot upwards. She stares at me for a moment, then bursts out laughing. She has a pleasant laugh, I find. Very melodic. Nice on the ear. Philippe, you lucky dog. Both? Philippe grins. That's how we met, you know. He looks at her with such tenderness and love that I can't help but feel a bit fuzzy inside. At a car meet. She grins and looks at me. I had a Mazda Rex 7 from 95. She smiles at the memory. It was rusty and smelled of cigs, but damn did it go fast. She then starts going on about all the modifications she made to the car before and after she met Philippe. He had some tidbits here and there. She sounds so damn passionate about it all, that despite knowing next to nothing about cars, I find her ramblings pretty enjoyable. That gleam in her eyes, excitement in her voice, the sheer passion for the subject. Reminds me of someone. Stella. Reminds me of Stella talking about anime and manga. Fuck, I haven't talked to Stella since the trial. I promised myself to give her a verbal whipping, and yet here I am, keeping my distance from her. How she acted in court was pretty fucking weird, but if I'm to be honest with myself, not unexpected. I really should call her. Ask her about it. Hey, hermanito, you okay? I blink and look around. Wait a fucking minute. I recognize this neighborhood. Oh, fuck. It's the same neighborhood Lucy's house is in. I freeze, gripped by a momentary burst of panic. Ripley. What if Ripley sees me in... No. No. Ripley's in prison. They moved him there today. Yeah, that's it. The only person from that family you have a chance of meeting here is Samantha. She won't harm you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Calm down. Sorry. I got lost in thought. I nod and grin at Emily. Thanks to your girl. She grins back. Where are we? I ask. At Banji's house. Philippe nods at the house in front of which in which he parked his car. I looked out the window. Yep. Here's that Chevrolet in the garage. And some other cars. 4 in total. Parked either on the driveway or the curb. 2 sports cars, 1 truck, and a sedan. They all fly the same colors. It's easy to spot the owners. They're sitting on the porch, shouting and hollering at Philippe and Emily in a mixture of English and Spanish. 3 dinos, 1 human chick. One of them, Banji himself, gets up and starts approaching us. Come on. Felipe gets out of the car. Banji, mi hombre! I sit inside the car for a moment, watching Felipe and his friend embrace one another, patting each other's backs. Banji takes dino hugs pretty well for a human. Before I even open the car door fully, he's hugging it out with Emily, flooding her and Felipe in a torrent of Spanish, broken up with singular English words. I get out of the car. A short moment later, I'm shaking Banji's hand. Hey, I remember you, he laughs. Es el tipo del que te hable, he shouts over his shoulder. El hermanito de Felipe. He's met with a wave of laughs and hollers. Banji looks at the box, looks at Felipe, who takes it from me, and with a mysterious air, leans towards him. Dude, I finally found it, he mutters in Spanish before lifting the lid. Banji peeks inside. His face brightens up immediately. Vepa! He exclaims. Where was it? Felipe says something in Spanish I do not understand and nods at me. Banji grins and pats my back. Buen trabajo, hombrecito! Seeing that I don't understand, he snorts. I said good job! Oh, thanks. I give a thumbs up. So, I nod at the box. What's that highway movie about? Banji smirks. Cars, racing, all the good stuff. You say, venga, vamos! He leads us back to the house. Felipe was right. The movie is quite enjoyable, if a bit ridiculous at times. I wish it was longer. What the hell was the deal with those alien robots? I asked my stepbro as we watched the credits roll. That came out of the blue. He smirks in response. You'll see in time. Next time? Yeah, I'll be coming over next week to watch Acceleracers, he grins. For now, though, we go. Banji gets up from the couch and turns the projector off. The rest of the gang follows their leader and us out of the living room and out of the house. I stand with my hand on Emily's door handle, watching them pile into their cars, discussing the movie, laughing and bantering the same broken mix of Spanish and English I heard before. Hey, Anon! Oh. Hey, Anon! Philippe's girl leans out of the window. Come on! Where are we going? I ask, getting in. For a ride, Philippe tells me. Buckle up. First, Banji's Cave Marrow, then everyone else. The group drives down the street. It's quiet here at night. Very much so. I was fearfully hoping that maybe we would drive by Lucy's house, see her mom on the porch maybe, but no such luck. We take a completely different route entirely. As we drive, Stella creeps back into my thoughts. The Stego, viciously talking down to Lucy at court, looking more mean than I ever saw her. The gleam of anger in her eyes as she shouts in my face that Lucy had no right. Her lashing out at Rosa in her anger. I should call her. We need to talk this shit over. I grab my phone in my pocket and dial her number. 1 beep, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is she asleep? Pick the hell up, Frenchie.
Hello?
She sounds tired. Hey, Stella, what's up? She yawns.
I'm studying for an exam. You?
I frown slightly. An exam?
Yeah, I'm in college,
she explains, then stifles another yawn.
Sorry, it's just work.
A moment's pause.
Did you need something?
Be forward, my conscience tells me. I want to meet up, to talk about what you said in court. Rustling, muffled enemies, sound effects cut off. She pauses whatever she's watching.
Why?
She sounds a bit annoyed. I don't think it was proper.
Neither was what you've said. She cuts me off. Why were you protecting her?
I protest again. I protest. Stella cuts in again.
She used you, Anon. That's not what a girlfriend does.
I forgave her. She grumbles, clattering the receiver. She put the phone down. I hear her groan into her hands before she picks the phone back up again. What the hell is her problem? Am I supposed to just start hitting Lucy like her? I'll give you a hissy fit, you stupid.
Calm the hell down.
A tiny voice in my head instructs me.
Do you want to lose a friend?
Again with this, Conscience. Really?
You don't know her reasons. Be considerate. Worked out with Trish, didn't it?
Good point.
Why are you so stubborn?
I can tell you when we meet up. There's a long pause from her side. I can almost see her snout scrunching up as her frown deepens, her face darkening.
All right, but it'll be a while before I can meet up with you.
She pauses. Her scales rustle when she rubs her face.
I'm very, very busy. Exams, college projects, and other things.
All right, I nod. Call me when you can. Okay?
Okay. Talk to you later, Anon.
Hear from you soon. She hangs up. I make a move to pocket my phone, but then remember Trish. Well, since I already have the phone out, may as well tell her how things went with Reed. I open the text message app. My fingers start dancing across the screen. Tap, tap, tappity tap. Hey, Trish, I talked to Reed. The three dots appear almost immediately after the message is read. I wait patiently, watching them bob up and down. They disappear, and reappear again for a long moment. Then they're gone once more. This repeats for a minute or two before finally I get a single word reply.
And?
He told me that I'll think it over. I text back. The dots appear, disappear. They stay on the screen at random intervals, disappear and pop up again. I wait.
Thank you.
Another short reply. Short as it is, though, I can almost feel the gratitude radiating from these two words. Wonder if she's crying. Probably. Maybe even sobbing, who knows. I send a thumbs up emoji and ask her how she's doing. It takes her a while to respond. I have a cold. Being out in bad weather will do that to you. No shit, Einstein. I can almost see her frown. How about you? Tap, 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 I write out my reply. About to witness a bunch of guys race each other on a highway. What? Trish adds a raised eyebrow emoji. Okay. I'm hanging out with Rose's brother and his friends. She doesn't respond. I put the phone away. Looking up from it, I see Banji's Cave Marrow thundering past us, locked in a contest of speed with another, smaller car. I watch them whiz past and shrink in the distance amongst the sparse night traffic. I strum on the guitar in my room. It's the last day of November. It went by so quickly that I hadn't even noticed when it was up. Nothing really happened this month, thank Raptor Jesus. No random catastrophe, no horrid news, not a single event that would threaten to turn my life on its head yet again. No, nothing of that sort. I've lived my life to the rhythm of the farm work and therapy sessions. Simone officially employed me on his farm, so now I have a steady source of income. Hooray! Money. Me and him had met up with Susan a few times over the course of the month to check in on the progress with the papers. Things are going well and smooth enough, so no worries there. The social services decided to remind us of its existence by announcing that they'll be paying Cazales a visit at the beginning of December. So that's fun and something to look forward to, I guess. The family assures me that shit will go smoothly, but I have my doubts. Wonder if they talked to Doc Violet or Doc Candace. Oh, I grimace. What a dumbass thought. Of course they did. You don't want to hand over a child to a nutcase. I do hope Violet got a good impression of me. I turned to the window. Reed's been brooding more and more as the month went by. I found him often looking in my direction, seeming to be on the cusp of opening his mouth and saying something. But every single time, he checked himself. He's been finagling with his phone more than usual, too. And almost every single time, his mood darkened after he was done with it. Something tells me he's been reading old texts from Trish. I don't ask about it. If he needs me, he'll talk to me. Stella's been on my mind a lot this month. She hadn't called me back since we talked that evening. Not a word, not a text. Seems that she cut all contact through that channel of communication. She hadn't cut herself off from me. She still comes and visits the farm from time to time, and we talk the old usual way. There's a bit of reserve in her manner when talking to me, though. Slight hesitation. Choosing words carefully, gestures, all that. It's something that never was there before. I reach into my pocket. Incoming call. Stella. Impeccable timing. Hey there, Stella. She's quiet for a moment. Distant, muffled sounds of city fill the silence.
Hey, Hanon. What's up?
I'm laying in bed. I tell her. You?
College saps me of all life energy.
She laughs, but sounds forced.
Remember what you told me when you last called me?
I nod. Yeah, did you find some time? Dry rustling of scales. Footsteps. The city ambience cuts off as she shuts the window.
Yeah, at the start of winter break. Footsteps again. Is that okay?
Creaking of bed springs. Yeah, that's fine. I rub my forehead. Where? She pauses for a considerable moment.
St. Julius Park.
Fuck, that park is so big and secluded that it may as well be an actual forest. This is going to be a very private conversation, won't it? Fuck it. I'm not one for doing my laundry in front of strangers. Alright, I see.
Great, so that's it.
Again with a reserve. It almost seems to me that she didn't want to make the call.
Talk to you later, Hanon.
Bye. She hangs up. I put the phone down and rub my jaw. Winter. Christmas. Meeting with Stella. Fuck, I really should visit Wendy before Christmas. Well, it feels proper. Next month will be busy. Very much so. Chapter completado! Yippee! Oh, my body! I'm gonna pop my bod. There we go. That is chapter 24 on the books. Oh shit, she's gonna kill him. Good job, Humo.
Yeah! Woo!
Also, Oates pointed out that I forgot to make the announcement regarding the fucking stream, so that's fun. Funny little haha for big ol' Humo. Making a good old mistake. Gotta love it. I should probably make it so... I can't remember if I made it so people can make announcements and going live on my behalf when I forget. Because usually I'm pretty good about it, but... my dumbass do be forgetting from time to time. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'll make it so... community managers and the mods can message on the channel. Messages and add everyone in all roles. And then I'm going to let everybody know in the staff lounge that they can do this now. Alright. Hey, because I'm a dumbass, I just added permissions for all mods to be able to... all mods and managers to be able to make announcements in the going live section. see me forget, and I wanna pick it up my Slack. You should be able to do so now. Smile. Okay, there we go. You can make the announcement now and read one more chapter. Also, just let the community manager do it. I'm not gonna put it on the community manager's shoulders. If they see me like fuck up and they want to like help out, that's one thing. But I'm not gonna like be like, you guys need to do this for me. It should be on my shoulders. I'm the fucking streamer. Just have Jake do it for you. Nah, it's like I said, it's a thing where if I forget and somebody wants to like dap me up and help me out a little bit, that they can do that. Otherwise, no necesito. Let's see here. So what do you see? Who am I? One more. Oh, let me see. How's this chapter compared to the next one? They're just about the same size. This one's a little longer, it looks like. Longer lengthwise. I don't know if it's word-wise.
But really ask yourself, are you really the streamer?
Looks at my OBS setup. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm the streamer right now. Reminds me of the old days. I did a majority of the announcements for my old friend. He always forgot. So, like, the thing is, like, there's just a lot of shit you gotta do with the streamies and make sure everything is going right. That sometimes one thing falls through the cracks. I'm usually pretty decent about the announcements, but I don't know. Today was a little bit of a little sloppier on my part, unfortunately. Oh. Let me think. Do I want to do one more chapter? Talking about how Jake is no longer a plebeian and making the announcements. Let me think. I think I'll probably leave it off tonight. Simply because since I'm going to be playing the Forever Winter tomorrow. Because, like, the thing is, my watch nights are... whatchamacallit. My watch nights with my buddies are at about, like, 10:30, 11, roundabouts. I think what I'll do is, like, tomorrow I'll do another... whatchamacallit. I'm going to do, like, a micro stream, like a short 2-hour maybe, starting at, like, 8 p.m. EST. Because I want to play the Forever Winter, and I think it would be fun to play on stream. And I want to save, like, Wednesday and other days for that, some other stuff. Maybe for more Forever Winter, depending on how it goes. I don't know. So, you know, we'll figure that out. Let's see. We'll be back again next Monday with more None in the Chamber. I'm thinking that maybe what I'll do is do a 2-parter on Sunday, potentially. If Jake hasn't done chapter 26 of Punch Drunk Gator, we'll do chapter 25 of Punch Drunk and then follow up with a chapter of None in the Chamber. So it'll be 1 Punch Drunk, 1 None in the Chamber, and then the next day will be None in the Chamber exclusively. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. It might be a bit more of like a full stream week type deal if I do that, but at the very least, you're not gonna have to wait 2 weeks for more None in the Chamber. You'll get some more None in the Chamber 7 days out. Yeah, I think that's how I'll do it for right now. We'll be having a lot of streams this week, so you guys will be seeing me a decent bit. When it comes to doing tomorrow, though, just as a heads up, if we're gonna do Forever Winter, because again, this isn't a guaranteed stream. This is something that I want to do, but no promises. If I end up doing a Forever Winter stream, there's gonna be like no yap on that. It'll be straight into the game, and we'll be playing it for like 2 hours. And then if I have fun and if I'm playing with other people and they want to play it the next day, we'll play that on Wednesday as well. And then Thursday will be something different. Friday will be community stuff. Don't know what specifically yet, but that'll be a thing. I've also talked with Lassiter about doing something in the community Discord. on Saturday, we'll do like a little bit of a cooking thing. I'll post some more details with hammered out times and everything a bit later. But that's something we have coming down the pipeline. Then Saturday will likely be whoever we have on for the interview. I need to talk with Jake and figure out who specifically we're doing it with. And then we'll get that hammered out. Sunday, like I said, might be a 2 feature reading. Monday will be a 1 feature reading. So that's kind of like the tentative plan for the week. Yeah. That I think that's kind of what we're looking for. Damn Laster cooking stream. Yeah, it'll be in the Discord, I think, for right now. Just because, like I said, it is going to be a packed week, but I do want to like have like we have a kitchen channel in the Discord, right? And we have like cook and chef roles and whatnot, but we haven't really leaned too much on that other than the whole doing doing the cooking stream with the chicken nuggies. So it might be cool to have like a little bit more something like that. More things just happening in the Discord is cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, you guys can hear more about that in the Discord once I get all the details laid out. I might post like a little bit of a tentative schedule on the announcement board for people who are curious, who might not be here right now and want to know about what we kind of got coming down the pipeline. And yeah, I think that'll be pretty gooch. So anybody who is in chat, hopefully you enjoyed the little reading we had tonight. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I'll hope to catch you either tomorrow for a micro stream or Wednesday for a full stream. But until then, take care. Go hug your fucking dino wife. It could be the Terra, it could be the Gator, it could be any of the other ones. Just go give them a nice little squeeze. Have a good day. Hello.